Evening and welcome to each and every one of you. We were just talking about how exciting it is to be here at the Midweek Magic Club. We have a lot of fun here, don't we? So I welcome each one of you on behalf of Rapidmile. You all must know that today's topic is a very interesting one. Balance is bliss. And today's topic is going to be taken by Mr. Shaz Qamar. But before we jump into the topic, I just want to give a little introduction about Rapidmile, our company. Rapidmile has been in the business of training, taking workshops. At first, it was Silver Ultramind, and then a very long time ago, around 2005, 2006, they jumped into the law of attraction. Since then, they have taken numerous workshops live across the length and breadth of India, and in the process have trained over 1,000 people through their workshops. They've also trained over 150 trainers to train the law of attraction further. So, Rapidmile is a company that has been in this for a very long time. And in fact, you'll be surprised to know that even before the book The Secret was released, Rapidmile was talking about the law of attraction. It is a great passion of all of us here, the entire panel of trainers, which includes Mr. Shaz Qamar, the MD, Sanjeev Mishra, our very own money magnet, Mr. Balram Tatleja, an established and a very experienced yoga expert, and myself, Dr. Anila Damodar. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you to this special session of the Midweek Magic Club. And today's topic is Balance is Bliss. So take it away, Shaz. Before we start, can we all unmute ourselves and welcome him with a round of applause?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everyone, for the round of applause. अभी तो मैंने कुछ बोला भी नहीं है और and thanks everyone for taking out time and listening to me for being so regular in midweek magic sessions. And today we also got a feedback that it has changed, given a change in a lot of people's lives. So I'm so happy that our efforts are not going in vain, and we are able to make some changes in some people's life, which is so nice to know. Okay. In fact, I always wondered that I need to live a balanced life. And my focus used to be on certain goals, which used to be from career, health, financials, and relationships. And I thought this is all. Okay, if I maintain a balance in all these four categories of life, and I'm sorted. Okay, and as we all know, we keep learning, we keep evolving, we keep growing. So later, once I was going through a book through by Vishen Lakhani, The Code of Extraordinary Mind, that's when I got introduced to two beautiful people, John and Missy Butcher, and I did some more research on it. They used to take a training on a concept called the life book, and did some more research and got to know that it's not four categories or five categories we need to focus on. We actually would need to focus on 12 different categories to live a balanced life. And here, that was the aha moment. And that's when I realized I'm not even giving or living 50% worth of my life. And there's so much more to learn. There's so much more to experience in life. And this was a point where I said, okay, I'm controlled in all these four five categories, and this is all, this is what I need to do. And so my suggestion is, we need to keep mind open, and we need to seek opportunities for learning. And when we have opportunities for learning, the learnings would come. And how much ever we learn, there's so much to learn, to know, to evolve, to grow. And we should, till we are alive, our till the last day of our life, we should keep learning. Okay, and this is a part of that learning which I have gone through recently. So instead of what I used to focus on as balanced life of 4 to 5 categories, I got to know there are not 4 categories. We need to focus on 12 different categories, and 12 categories, which I initially thought may not be that important. Once I explored them, I realized that without these four categories, my life is actually incomplete. These all four, sorry, all 12 categories make up or sum up my life uh, when I choose to live my life to the fullest. Okay, so what I would like you to do is you can keep your pen and paper handy, and we will discuss each and every category to understand where we are standing. And I would like you to rate yourself and put the rating in the chat box as well. This rating is not for anybody else to judge you. Its rating is for you to understand where you stand. Okay, so everybody needs to be focused on their own rating and not on anybody else's rating. All right. And why we are putting in the chat box is we need to make sure that we are doing this task properly and we all are on the same page. Okay, before we even touch those 12 categories and the goals we would form in those 12 categories, something about the goal I learned a couple of years back, I would like to touch. Normally, we create a 6 monthly goal or a 1 year goal, or probably some people also create 3 years or a 5 years goal. Okay, so what I also learned from a lot of experiments and practices and also going through certain articles is that 5 years goal plan is actually too long. And anything less than 1 year, it's too short for us to accomplish something. So we actually keep these deadlines, and then we become panicky, we become jittery once the deadlines are approaching and we are not reaching our goals. So it would be ideal to set goals of 3 years instead, right? And then how do we achieve those goals? How do we make up those plans? We need to break these 3 years goals into 1 year goals, and then further drill down to a monthly goal. So that that 1 year you are going through, let's say you start your goal from 1st of January for next 3 years. So the first year you split it again for on monthly level, let's say January, February, March. And once you have split it and once you have planned, okay, this in this month what I'll do, the next month what I'll do, is then we again split it into a weekly goal, right? So we split January into 4 different weeks, and then we plan out how do we or what do we plan to do to accomplish that particular goal. And believe me, it's not a very easy task. So I that's why I requested you to note down your pen and paper as well, uh, because once we get to know about the 12 categories, we'll actually have 12 different goals, and we need to keep a track of it. So it exercise anyway we will do, but after the exercise also we need to make sure that we keep a tab of it, right? So all set, everybody excited to learn 12 different categories? Great. Okay, so we will start with the first category, that is your love relationship. Okay, your love relationship with your partner, to be specific. How do you rate yourself? How happy are you with your partner? It could be girlfriend, boyfriend, it could be husband, wife, it could be anybody you are living with and spending your time with that person the most. How do you rate yourself? Okay, think about it, and then you can mention it in the chat box.
We are rating out of 100, is it?
You can rate out of 10, or
Okay.
100 is okay, 80% or 70%. 100 is also fine. Then we'll talk in terms of percent. All right. All right. So we have responses. If we don't have partner, you can probably rate with the person whom you're spending most time with. Okay, Shreya, is it clear to you? All right, and we also need to explore what are we expecting out of our partners, what is our partner expecting about from us. That would come to a later stage, probably in the later sessions. But for right now, we need to understand what is our current situation. All right, now we will move to the next category. All of you, please keep noting the categories. And in the end of this session, I'll also share a link, and that link is an exercise of almost 20 minutes, which will uh, let you, uh, which is actually kind of a test in all the 12 categories, and let you know the actual scores, uh, and it will help you improve further. Right. The second category is your friendship. Okay, do you have 5 to 6 friends you can trust? Do you have friends, if you are in need, you can take their support? Where do you stand in this particular situation? Are you happy with your friends? Do you think that you have less friends? So think about these questions.
So please repeat the first category.
The
My
first
net was
category
not
was
working.
the love relationship.
Thank you.
Okay, that's for your relationship with your partner.
And what were the subheadings?
So these are not the subheadings. You need to rate yourself in
Okay.
these love, in this relationship, and the I'm just giving you certain statements or questions to ponder. How can you think about it? How do you plan to rate about it? Okay, so your friendship category is done. Now let's come to your finances. Do you think that you're financially free? Do you think without spending? Do you have sufficient amount in your bank balance? Or do you have to think twice before taking out the money? Okay, how comfortable are you with your finances, with the money coming in and going out? So rate yourself on finances. Great. All right. If you are thinking twice before spending, so see, it's not always bad to think twice before spending. It's a good idea to judge yourself or to make sure that you're spending in the right direction. But we need to focus on and analyze. Are we thinking twice in the petty things, or the important things which can improve our life, or are we thinking twice in uh, the things which we probably even don't even won't need in life? Okay, so that's again for you to judge, for you to understand your spending behavior.
And this is very personal, right? Because
This is
the whole
personal.
family thing will differ as compared to what I think for myself.
This is only for you. This exercise is only for you. Even when we are talking about your relationship with your husband, uh, then also it's your point of view. Okay, we are only
Yeah.
thinking from your lenses.
Okay. Fine.
All right, so we'll move to the next category, is your quality of life. Okay, and what kind of quality of life are you living? Are you living a luxurious life? Do you have sufficient facilities with you? Do you have your home, your car? uh, y- are there people support you, the maids, and the helping staff? So what kind of quality life are you living? Are you satisfied with it? Rate yourself accordingly. All right, okay, great. Good to see all these ratings. And then comes your health and fitness. Okay, how do you rate yourself in terms of your health? Do you have any ailments and diseases? Do you feel that you are able to, uh, your body is healthy and fit? Do you exercise daily, regularly? Are you energetic the whole day? What about your immune system? Do you catch cold frequently? So rate yourself how healthy your body is. Body is a very important machine, has been given to us for granted, but we need to take care of it. Some people, and that includes sometimes for me as well, I love eating, and then after eating I realize that okay, probably this was not good for my body. So we need to love and respect our body. Okay, so healthy but don't do exercise daily. So you need to uh, see, daily exercise may not be, not everybody does, but at least 3 to 4 times a week is what is recommended to make sure our body is healthy and working for a long time. So judge yourself accordingly. Give yourself rating. There's no negative rating, no positive rating, nothing good, nothing bad. It's about what you feel. Okay, if your job is of physical work, of walking, like a lot of salespeople do, and after that if they are not exercising and they do realize that they have actually done a lot of physical exercise, which is also fine, but it's up to you, how do you feel? Right, next comes your intellectual life. Okay, how fast are you growing and learning in your life? Has your learning stopped with the age? Do you still learn? Okay, are you able to learn as well as teach others? Okay, are you growing in life? Are you evolving in life? Okay, please rate yourself on this. Great. I see a lot of people learning here, and those people who feel their learning is less, so we need to focus on learning also. So your goals, which are to be set, have to be accordingly. Right. Then it comes to your emotional life. Okay, how we talked about your emotional quotient EQ, and we also, it's easy to judge. Just answer this question. In your day to day life, mostly do you feel happy or do you feel sad? Okay, how are you able to handle your stress? Okay, do you feel anxiety when handling a stress, or are you able to come out of it with flying colors? If you are feeling sad most of the day, you need to analyze yourself, why are you feeling sad? But other when other people can feel happy, why not you? Okay, so you need to give yourself rating, as well as we would set goals accordingly. All right, then comes your spiritual life. How spiritually evolved you feel you are? How much do you focus on your inner self? Do you meditate on regular basis, or do you not meditate? Please rate yourself. Okay, and if you're not meditating on regular basis, is there any other spiritual activity you are doing? So please rate yourself accordingly. I know the people who are a part of our 21-day magical mornings do meditate on every day, and that's a mandate. What about rest? Right, good to know. Amazing percentages. Next is our career. Okay, what kind of career are we in? Are we doing or growing in our career? Are we doing the kind of job which we want in life? If we are in business, are we doing the kind of business which gives us happiness and free time? This is what we want to go. Are we satisfied with our day to day activities? Rate yourself.
What about me, Mr. Saz?
uh, you are a
I'm not
homemaker,
working
so that's your
anywhere.
career. Are you satisfied with the activities you're doing on daily basis?
Yes, yes, of course.
Right, uh,
Yes, yes,
so which also includes taking out free time for yourself, which is so important.
yes, yes, yes.
All right, so think from
Mm.
that point of view. Right, so we'll move to the next category, that is your character. What kind of person do you think you are? What kind of values do you have? Do you get influenced by other people? Are you, or do you stick to your values? Okay, please rate yourself. Do you live life by your own rules, or other people control you? Great, great. Now we'll come to the next category, which is your character. Oh, sorry, your family and parenting life. Okay. Uh, People who are not married, do not have kids, can skip this one. But whenever you have, you do make it a part of it. Okay. So, in fact, you can also consider the family you're living with. It could be your parents also. Please include them. Okay, and rate yourself. That how focused are you uh, when it comes to guiding your children? Okay, after the day's hard work, do you feel like coming back home? Okay, okay, I'll slow down. Okay, so anybody who has missed till now, anything you want me to repeat? Any category? Please do let me know.
It's a category after the character. Yeah.
After the character is your family and parenting life. Okay, so the people who are not married can focus on the family they are staying with, their siblings, the parents. Do you feel happy with your family? How do you rate yourself in the family life? Great. We'll go ahead. Next is your life vision. Now, this is probably one of the most important categories, and a lot of people do not have clarity in terms of why they have taken birth, where they want to move in life. There's so much of confusion. Am I moving in the right direction? Okay, is your 5 year plan or a lifetime plan clear to you? Okay, so you need to have a clear vision of your entire life, or at least for a few years, what you want to do. Are we moving in the right direction? Are we following our emotional guidance system? Okay, emotional guidance system is a concept which have been discussing in a lot of our Magic Club meetings. You can Google it if you do not know about it. Great. So here we finish our 12 categories. Surinder, you have a question? Okay.
Sorry, Shaz, what was the last name of the category?
Your life vision.
Life vision. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, all of you done with the rating? Okay, so how do you feel about it? About your life after rating them in the 12 different categories? Please mention in the chat
It's
box
great.
to speak. Please go ahead, Bharti.
Great, great.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
after going through or giving the marks, did we realize that we are actually doing good in a couple of categories and we need some improvement in rest of them? And when we talk
100.
about a balanced life, do you also feel that we actually need to be balanced in all the 12 categories to live a very happy and satisfied life?
Yeah.
Okay. So we actually do not have to live or survive in on this earth when we have taken birth. We need to thrive on this earth,
Yeah.
right? And to thrive on this earth, we need to experience all the possible things which earthlings have been giving. And we also need to make sure before we take off from this planet, we experience all these things. Okay. We have been given this life, which is a bliss, a boon. It's not given always. And let's completely utilize this life on this earth. Any doubts in all these 12 categories? Any category which was not clear to anyone?
All clear.
Okay, great. Good to know. Rakesh here says, a lot of improvement. I deserve a lot of happiness because I provide happiness to others, which is so nice. So we all need to understand it's like a pot. We need to fill happiness in our own pot so that it spills and reaches others and it fills other spots too. That's how the life goes on. Before give, making yourself happy, if you try to give happiness to others, that's would not last forever. And we, like Anila always gives this metaphor, then whenever we are in a flight and there's an oxygen drop, we are instructed to wear our own masks first and then help out our loved ones. Okay, and that's what happens in happiness as well. So we need to make sure that we are happy. In fact, in this particular term, I would like you, or I would request you to be selfish, and I'm selfish myself in terms of happiness. Great. So and now what I'll do is I'll share a link with you. The link is of Mind Valley, and what you would need to do is you need to do this exercise, which will last for almost 20-25 minutes. Okay, and then you will have more clarity in terms of what what are you lacking in terms of these 12 goals, and what are you actually good at, and what are your strengths, right? And after doing this exercise, I would request each one of you to form goals accordingly in all these 12 categories and create those 3-year goals. I'll also share a template, okay, where you can mention your 3 years goals, and then you can break it down to the 1 year goal and further break it down to a weekly or a monthly goal. So the template has the breakdown till till monthly, and then you would need to do your weekly analysis yourself. Okay, you need to make sure that every week what special am I doing to improve those focus areas. Okay, so out of 12 different areas, you'll have 3 to 4 different at least 2 different focus areas you need to work on and improve on. Focus on those so that your life actually becomes balanced, right? So I come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hope this session was helpful to most of you. Now to Anila.
Shaji,
Thank you.
Shaji, you will share the template in group or share here?
I'm sorry.
You will share the template in group.
I'll share the template in Midweek Magic Group, and I'll also let me share the link to join Midweek Magic Club WhatsApp group. So anybody who is not a part of it, please be a part of it so that you get to you have an access to all these tools. Right. So here's the link for the Midweek Magic Group. Please go ahead and register yourself or be a part of it.
Okay, just one question, Sai.
Yes.
Now, after analyzing all these 12 parameters,
Hmm?
what are we supposed to do?
We are supposed to create goals.
Should we try to reach 100% level? I think that's not possible.
I'm sorry, did not get your last.
100% level?
Please repeat.
No, say somewhere I have got 50%, I got 80%, somewhere I got 100. But should we try to get 100% in all the areas?
See, getting
It is impossible.
100% may not be possible. You should have a satisfaction. Because your own satisfaction is important. Sometimes it's not about percentages. If it's about satisfaction, if you're satisfied, let's say if your love life is 50%, and if you're satisfied with it, and you feel that okay, I may not need improvement in that, skip it. Okay, so try to focus on the areas which you feel you need more improvement. And after you do this exercise of 20 minutes, the exercise would itself tell you which areas you need to focus on, and then you can pick and choose the areas. So it's, see, first of all, it's not possible to focus on the 12 areas or to on the 6 areas, because we're talking about focus can be just on 1 or 2. Okay, so after the
Yes.
exercise, it will help you choose those one or 2 areas, though they can be a lack or a limitation in 4 to 5 areas, but let's start with baby steps. Let's start focusing on one or two, improve them, and then move further for other areas. All right, do I answer your question?
Yes,
Sounds good.
thank you.
All right.
I got it.
Shaz, Juhi here.
Mm-hmm.
I have also realized that in my case, like I've rated myself low on a lot of categories. But I
Okay.
also realized that probably wherever I've rated myself low,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically all linked to just one category of my life, which is my health. So I know that the moment my health picks up the way I want it to pick up, all the areas where I've rated myself low will eventually go on to probably 80%, rather than from saying zero or just 10% or
Mm-hmm.
30%. So in that case, shall I simply focus on that one aspect right now? Because I know that I'm very clear with that once that picks up, or that I should, irrespective of that, focus on other areas and think that ये अपने आप हो जाएगा.
That's an important point you here brought up. First of all, we need to understand all these 12 areas are of your own life. And in a way, all the 12 areas are interconnected. If one area goes down, it will pull down all the rest of the 11 areas. Okay. So you have clearly point out, for example, if your health is a focus area, it's pulling down rest of the focus areas also. Okay. So, Juhi, I'll say you'll have more clarity after you do this exercise of 20 minutes. Uh,
Okay.
you will get help as no doubts about it, or there can be a different result also. So, it's not that directly you need to answer those questions. How is your health rating in this? So, in the test, they would ask you relevant but indirect questions, right?
Okay.
Which would
Okay.
help you. Eventually, they'll give you certain results. How are these questions or how are these categories affecting the other categories also? For example, if you feel that okay, your health is the weaker area, but what all categories is it actually affecting? You'll get to know through that exercise,
Okay.
right?
Perfect.
Then you can choose to focus on and try to make those 3 year goals instead of a 3 month or a 6 months goal, so that you have a breathing space.
So we do this activity right now, or we do it later?
You can do it not now. After the session, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
May,
The sooner the
may I
better.
add something?
Please, Anila, go ahead.
May I add something? Yes. Now,
Good evening, ma'am.
sometimes there will be a category in which you feel the percentage is quite low. All right. And that is quite all right. We are all like that. We all have areas of concern like that. But I feel, and maybe this might help you, Juhi, and the rest in this group too,
Yeah.
when we are overly focused on the areas which are not working, we inadvertently pull down the rest of the areas ourselves also. There are 12 categories here. Focus on the other ones too. All
All
right,
right.
focus.
All right.
Also, bring your focus on what is working and do more of that. All right. I would
Yes.
think that often that will drag up that other category also. All right. So don't get overly obsessed with the category which is not working. Of course, it's wonderful to move forward and have goals and improve that, but don't get caught up in only focusing on what's not working. Just a small tip. I think this might help.
Perfect. Yes, I get it.
Right?
I agree with you, Anila. That's so important. So we actually do not have to over obsessed with one particular category. We need to focus on our life.
Just I want to improve my financial status. Then how do I have to focus on that you have given one?
Okay, so again, I would like you to take this test first, and then see what all categories are connected to your finance, which are actually affecting, and which categories you are strong in. Okay, so you need to make sure that you remain strong in the categories you're already strong in, and work on the finances. Okay, so see, it's not that one category you work on and you'll see a lot of improvement. Sometimes your finances are also connected to your family life. Okay,
Yes.
for example, your son has to do a particular course and you are spending most of your money in that particular course, which is affecting your finance as well. Okay.
Yes.
So we need to analyze which all categories are affecting each other and then set our goals accordingly.
Ji.
Right?
Ji. Thank you so much.
Pankaj,
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
can I add here?
Please,
Yes.
Balram bhai.
See,
Pranam bhai.
what my life experience says, the life is a tree. Different areas are like the different branches of the tree. But if we pay the entire attention to the seed of the tree, that is your inner consciousness, the moment you start growing in the inner consciousness, the outer world becomes the exactly gets an improvement in every area. Because I have seen a dramatic change after meditation and other sadhanas. No? I have become I can proudly say that I found myself from zero to hero. The entire thing, instead of working on every single aspect of the life, evaluating it, better you pay more and more attention to the world inside. Then when you come to the world outside, everything you are more satisfied, you are more acceptable, you are less judgmental, and every area of life keeps on improving all the time. You keep focus the seed your inner consciousness. Yes.
Well said, Balram bhai. And that's why it's so important to connect to our inner self. It's so important to meditate or to do some spiritual activities which help you connect to yourself and to the super consciousness.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sir.
Okay. Anila, on to you now for the question answer round if there are any left, and then we can close down the session.
Fine. Does anybody else have some more questions? Please feel free to ask. We are all learning, we are all growing, we are all becoming a better and better version of ourselves. And
Yes.
this is that exercise that is helping us to grow and learn and become what we'd love to become. Right? In some areas we're very good. It's obvious like that. And in some areas there's work required, and that's the attitude with which we should move forward. Any more questions? Please feel free. All right. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Shaz. I think we can all once again give him a round of applause. If you can please unmute yourselves and
Thank you very much, everyone.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's that wonderful time of the year when we all do naturally go into introspection and we think and start planning for the year ahead, isn't it? And that is why this session has been so precious and so valuable for all of us. This gives us even more guidelines as to how we can categorize the different areas of our life. So the Mind Valley link, I see another question. What are we supposed to do? Please follow the link and it will guide you on its own. You can go even in more detail once you get to the link, and you'll get a greater insight as to what are the things you can do and where you stand right now. All right. Now, I'd like to share something with you. We have actually done something very interesting this past month. We have started a program that starts early in the morning, and it's called 21 Magical Mornings. And during that program, we've had some amazing experiences. For one thing, we sit together and we associate with one another, and more importantly, we implement things like meditation and affirmations and gratitude practice. And I know that there are quite a few people here who attend that. And it is very exciting to note that this particular program has been of great benefit to the people who have attended. So I would actually like to call out some people, whoever is willing to share here how they feel about this, because it is very much in line with what we are talking about today. So would anybody like to speak up and tell about their experiences in the morning program?
Please go
Yes.
ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Sorry.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
ma'am.
Have you been attending the programs in the morning?
Yes,
No.
ma'am. I'm Sujata. I have joined by my husband's
Dr.
number. My
Sujata,
net was
you're
not working.
joining from Rakesh's number. Okay, okay,
हाँ
okay.
जी, हाँ जी. My net was not
Sorry,
working, ma'am.
Sujata. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, since college life, we used to study at night, and the sleep pattern and the matlab, you can say the circadian rhythm has totally gone opposite. Even I say I am an owl, a totally night person. But I've not मतलब completely attend भी नहीं किया है, बीच बीच में मिस भी हुआ है, पर फिर भी मतलब बहुत बहुत ही बड़ा चेंज लगता है मुझे कि मैं उठ रही हूँ, मतलब मेरे लिए मैं कह नहीं सकती, मतलब मुश्किल भी नहीं, टोटली इम्पॉसिबल था ये, जो मुझे लगता ही नहीं था कि कभी हो सकता है। और थोड़ा सा मैं एक्टिव भी हुई हूँ जब मेरा बच्चा छोटा था, या जब मैं कुछ साल पहले मतलब बहुत भाग भाग के सब काम करती थी और मुझे लगता था मैं ये भी कर लेती थी, मैं ये भी कर लेती थी, अब मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रही हूँ। तो कुछ कुछ वो वापस आने लगा है, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। मतलब ये मेरे को लगता था कि अभी तो मैं इतनी बड़ी नहीं हुई, मेरे साथ क्या हो गया, मतलब मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि
Thank you.
बहुत ही अच्छा स्टार्ट मिला है मुझे अपनी मिडिल
Thank you.
एज में। थैंक यू टू ऑल।
Uh, Thank you. For all of us who don't know, Sujata is a doctor and she's been attending the morning program. I'm so sorry, Dr. Sujata, I did not recognize you in the morning light.
Oh,
In the evening
it's
light,
okay. It's
morning
okay.
time
It's
is
okay.
like
It's
dark when
okay.
you're sitting there.
It's
All
okay.
right. Fine. Anybody else would like to share their personal experience? Because it has been a very exciting time in the morning. You've had a terrific response.
Yes, ma'am.
Go
This
ahead, Bharati.
before 20, this one morning session, I used to get up at 6, ma'am. Now it's 5:30. I have to keep the alarm, but no need for alarm nowadays. Just wake before 4:45, something like that only. Then I got up and I do everything works before that one. Make tea and for my husband also keep there, and then water for the children I keep there, warm water with honey. Then I came back here and do some pranayam. After that I open this, and then my life is it's very much changing for me. It's like a magic to me, ma'am. I was very stressed before that, you all know that, but now I'm very happy. Then my life is changing now, ma'am, in every way, in every way.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Bharati.
thank you so much, all Balram bhai. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sanjeev, Mrs. Saz, and ma'am. Very
Thank
happy.
you.
I'm very happy now.
Wonderful to hear that, Bharati. It is a delight to have you in the programs also. Thank you for
Well,
sharing. Anybody
Balram bhai,
else?
please unmute yourself.
See, Anita ji, I would like to. I was for few programs in your session in the morning because I'm already preoccupied with my own meditations and the spiritual discourses and my all the yogas and pranayam practices. But what I feel the way you go 15 minutes with the start, you go for the meditation with the breathing. And if anybody for 21 days even does that, na, I'm 101% sure that they are going to give a very good start for the change in their life. Because बिना त्याग के भाग्य नहीं बनता है. When you आप जब पहले नींद का त्याग करते हैं, फिर सुबह उठने के साथ ही, because at that time the atmosphere is quite you can say supporting you for all these sadhanas. And Anila ji, of course, is very good trainer and well acquainted to all these things where the person can be pushed ahead for the life's betterment. मैं तो ये कहूँगा कि जितने भी यहाँ पर अभी लोग सुन रहे हैं ना मुझे, आप उनका एक भी प्रोग्राम अगर अगले बार उनका फिर सेशन चालू हो तो अटेंड करके देखो, आपके में 100% चेंज नहीं आया तो मेरा नाम बलराम नहीं है. आई कैन चैलेंज यू दैट. It goes so well now because I am already busy with my higher spiritual processes. I am not able to attend regularly, but I love to attend this. But the way it starts, that it ends, one feels as if enrichment is coming every day. And 21 days is a quite you can say the sufficient time to have a dramatic change in your life. So thank you, Anila ji. I love to be with you, but I'm not able because of
Thank
my
you so
own
much.
Thank you.
practices.
Thank
But
you
it
so
is
much.
Thanks so
wonderful
much.
program. अगर मुझे
Thank you.
पता होता कि आप इतना अच्छा लेती हैं these programs, तो I have personally called everyone to join this program. But next time, if such thing goes ahead, na, I'll personally tell everyone to attend this.
Thank you. Thank you for your high words of praise. I really appreciate it. But I really want to say something, and that is that, you know, no matter where we want to move, how we want to change, it comes from within us. So if these are people who have decided and taken charge and said, I would like to change something about my life. And so every single morning, these people come together. They associate, they learn, they grow, they are encouraged with the other people in the group, and we are doing really, really well. And in fact, so exciting is this that we have decided, in fact, to continue this going forward. In January itself, we are going to continue and we're going to take this long term. So, whoever would like to join and take charge of their life, we are going to continue the morning programs. I believe if anybody else wants to share about it, we're open to listening to it right now. And I welcome you. I will let you know when exactly we are starting and what you have to do. All right. So, are we done with the sharing?
Anila ji, one thing more I would like to add here, please.
Sure, sure.
See, I'm telling everybody listening carefully. Everything outside nowadays is absolutely disempowering you. The only thing that can empower you is your own sadhana. And this is a platform where all we learned people, experienced, guide you in such a way because it is not the knowledge, but the experience that we share. And experience is always called the authority. So please don't give any other thought. You just get into it and just see how the life start flourishing in every area. क्योंकि लास्ट में एक बात और कहूंगा, बाहर की दुनिया में दुख धोखे के सिवाय कुछ नहीं है. If you get change from within, your outer world is simply the reflection of the inner world. And this is a wonderful platform where you can really have got मैं इसको शब्दों में बयान नहीं कर सकता. The way you conduct, the way you choose the topics, gratitude है, अलग अलग कैसे माफ करना है, क्या करना है, beautiful things. Lifelongly you get a material where you keep on reminding yourself that where I'm lacking. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much,
I
Balram.
want to say, just I'm very grateful to Balram Bhai. Thank you so much for introducing me in the Rapidmile group. मैं परेशान हो गई थी, भाई से बात किया, मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस किया, एंड मुझे तो अभी just I'm very happy. I'm very grateful to you, bhai. Thank you
भारती
so
जी,
much.
मैं हमेशा ही आपको स्टार स्टूडेंट हमारे क्लास में जब लेक्चर देते हैं ना, तो वहाँ कुछ ऐसे चेहरे होते हैं हर क्लास में, हर लेक्चर में, वेरी कॉल्ड एज द स्टार. जहां हम उन लोगों की तरफ देखते भी हैं ना, नजर जाती है, तो वी गेट मोर इंस्पायर्ड. एंड यू आर द स्टार फॉर दिस मिडवे मैजिक क्लब, नॉट ओनली दिस क्लब, because your commitment, your sincerity, your honesty, your dedication in every course what you attend, you always prove yourself to be a star. And himmat marda madad khuda, you show your inclination towards adding more in your inner consciousness, and God is helping you. That's all you. God is helping you. कहते हैं ना कि जब स्टूडेंट तैयार हो जाता, टीचर अपीयर हो जाता है. You are ready, that's why all these things are appearing before you. Yes.
Thank you, Balram Bhai. And,
Sorry, I want to hear what Sanjeev has to say. You've been wanting to say something for quite some
yes,
time.
yes,
So
I do.
I am also interested
So,
in hearing.
as as always in its story form. 3 महीने पहले मैंने I would love to speak in Hindi. Everybody is comfortable with that. I hope so. 3 महीने पहले मैंने शुरू मेडिटेशंस वगैरह में मैंने महसूस किया कि मैं खुद ही इनकंसिस्टेंट हो रहा था बिकॉज लाइफ टेक्स ऑफ. तो मैं बहुत सेल्फिश उसमें मैंने सोचा व्हाट शुड आई डू. I should take responsibility of some people and then I will be bound to do it regularly. So I started my morning session on Monday at 6:50 a.m. and then I became regular. And then Anila also told that she's also planning. मेरे को बीच में aha moment आया and I discussed with Ishan, my son. He was talking about his singing career and all that. तो मैंने कहा ईशान, मेरे को एक चीज शायद पता थी बट अब मुझे बहुत अच्छे से क्लिक कर गई कि हम लोग हमेशा फिजिकल प्लेन में काम करने में लगे रहते हैं, गोल्स कर लिखा है, उनको दौड़ रहे हैं, भाग रहे हैं, 9 से 5 काम कर रहे हैं, सुबह 8 से रात 8 काम कर रहे हैं, बट वो अंदर जो हमारे इमोशनल और थॉट और स्पिरिचुअल प्लेन है वो करेक्ट अलाइंड नहीं है उसके साथ, तो हमें रिजल्ट नहीं मिलते। और ये हुआ है मेरे साथ, मतलब इवन लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन जानने के बाद ये हुआ है। मैं ग्रेटिट्यूड भी करता था, तो आई वाज डूइंग इट मैकेनिकली एज ए जॉब की ये मेरा काम है, क्योंकि मैं हमेशा फिजिकल प्लेन पे रिजल्ट ढूंढता रहता था। और जब मैंने एक्चुअली देखा जाए धीरे धीरे जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुई, तो मैंने जब अपने माइंड ये मनी के सेशन शुरू किए तो विद इन 30 डेज मुझे अपने आप में बहुत चेंजेस महसूस होने लगे। मेरी ये जो रेटिंग्स हैं, अगर मैं 2 महीने पहले करता तो सब में 10, 20, 30% करता खुद को। मतलब इट्स द रेटिंग्स आर व्हाट अबाउट यू थिंक अबाउट योरसेल्फ, अंडरस्टैंड, आप अपने बारे में क्या सोच रहे हो। इन मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग मेरा जो एक पेन था कि मैं जॉब में था, उससे मैं फ्री होना चाहता था, वो चीज जब मुझे मिल गई तो नाउ मैं हैप्पी इन ऑल दी डायरेक्शंस। ठीक है, मुझे 80% भी रैंक किया, देन ऑल्सो आई एम सेटिस्फाइड, क्योंकि आई फील हैप्पी विद दैट। आई नो दैट आई एम इन प्रोसेस, यू नो, मुझे ये मालूम है कि मैं प्रोसेस में हूँ। तो दैट इंटरनल चेंज जो मेरे अंदर आया, और ये चीज हमने अब सब जगह अप्लाई करनी शुरू कर दी। हमारी वाइफ का जो वेलनेस सेंटर, वी आर टेलिंग पीपल कि आपको हेल्थ में रिजल्ट्स आने में जो डर है, या डाइट प्लान फॉलो करने में, या रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज करने में, दैट इज जस्ट बिकॉज कि आपका थॉट, माइंड और इमोशन जो स्पिरिचुअल प्लेन है वो अलाइन नहीं हो रहा उसके साथ। तो आप कितना भी एफर्ट कर लोगे, यू विल स्टार्ट चीटिंग, यू विल डू समथिंग रॉन्ग। मतलब आई इवन सेड कि इफ यू टेक रॉन्ग फूड एंड इफ यू आर नॉट गिल्टी अबाउट दैट, दैट विल नॉट अफेक्ट यू। बट द ओनली थिंग इज कि हम इतने एजुकेटेड है कि हमने आइसक्रीम खा ली तो हम गिल्ट की वजह से अगले दिन 2 kg वेट बढ़ा लेंगे। दिस इज माई फिलोसफी, आई एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंस इट लेटर ऑन, बट आई थिंक सो कि ऐसा होता है हमारे साथ। तो मेरे को ये जो आहा मोमेंट मिला, एंड देन व्हेन अनिला स्टार्टेड मैंने 6 PM, कहीं ना कहीं मेरे दिमाग में सदगुरु की वजह से है कि वन डे आई हैव टू स्टार्ट माय डे फ्रॉम 3:40 AM। और मैंने उसको फिर फिजिकली स्टार्ट किया था, पुश किया, अपने आप को उठना शुरू किया। वो तो मैं फेल हो गया एक्चुअली। अब मैं इसको धीरे धीरे अलाइन करते हुए जा रहा हूँ। अब मुझे 6 बजे उठने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो रही। तो आई नो दैट आई विल रीच दैट गोल ऑल्सो, that I will start my day from 3:40 AM as Sadhguru advises. I don't know why he has touched my heart, but वो चीज मेरे है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि सबको वो करना चाहिए, मेरे मन में है, मैं करूंगा। इट्स यही तो कैटेगरी की जो बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर रैंकिंग अवर सेल्फ ऑन अवर पैरामीटर्स। तो जो जूही का क्वेश्चन था ना, आपने कहा हेल्थ में भी, मतलब मेरे को जॉब वाले से ये लगा कि मैं जब उससे फ्री हो गया तो मेरे सब पैरामीटर ठीक हो गए, क्योंकि मैं अंदर से खुश हूं ना। सो आई एम एंजॉयिंग माई वर्क ऑल्सो। तो मुझे जो गोल्स के प्रति पहले डेस्परेशन था वो एक्साइटमेंट में चेंज हो गया, तो मैं प्रोसेस को एंजॉय करने लगा। कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट पॉइंट? तो हो सकता है आपके साथ भी ऐसा,
Yes.
बट डोंट पुश ऑन फिजिकल प्लेन। मेरे को ये समझ में आया, डू वट एवर इज रिक्वायर्ड, बट फर्स्ट अलाइन योर थॉट, माइंड एंड मीन्स माइंड, इमोशन एंड स्पिरिट विथ योर गोल्स एंड सी द मैजिक। दैट्स ऑल। ये थी मेरी पिछले 3 महीने की कहानी।
Thanks,
Lovely.
Sanjeev, for
Thank,
sharing your
thank you.
experiences.
Thank
It's
you.
always so nice to listen to you and to learn from them. And
Yes.
the reason why Sadhguru tells to wake up at 3:45 a.m. is that our pineal gland is more active around 3:30, 3:45 a.m. And that gland is responsible for us to connect to the superconsciousness, to the God or to the universe. Okay, so it the connection can be established anytime in the day, but that's when it is the most active. Thank you.
So it is 2027.
Yes, and I think it's a great time to wrap it up. Thank you all for being here. We will keep you informed regarding the next Midweek Magic. Please join our group. We are so happy to see you all here. And definitely regarding the start of the next morning sessions, we will inform you. So thank you once again and see you next
Thank you.
Wednesday.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned
Thank you.
and stay connected.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
Night.
you.
Thank you so much. A wonderful session indeed. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Julie.
You're most
Thank you for
welcome.
being here.
Thank you.
He
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
जाए, हो गया?